words in Spanish, if I may. Forgive me. Buenas tardes.
So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Steven Phillips, and I'm the director of the company BONASYSTEMS. I would like to thank the SRGS for inviting me and for organizing this conference here in Madrid. I am about to show a very brief overview on slipping based on the experience that my company has had in the United Kingdom. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm here with my friend and colleague Pablo Millán from PEQUINSA. We will split the presentation. And I would like just to say that over 20 years of being involved with providing solutions for slips and trips, we are very grateful to the scientific knowledge which we've been provided over the last 2 days, but we spend our time in the field on our hands and knees in swimming pools and toilets and hotel bedrooms, solving problems. That's our job. And we're quite passionate about it, actually, as I gather everybody in the room is. We have a very, very simple view and a philosophy in BONASYSTEMS, which I'd just like to share with you. It's really very simple. Every slip accident, in our view, is wholly avoidable. Wholly avoidable. So whilst we have the best equipment, the best science, our job and our mission of our business and the business of PEQUINSA is to prevent accidents. We want to get people home safely from work or from pleasure, from school, from hospitals, whatever. And that's our job. They don't go to the hotel or the swimming pool or the school expecting to fall over and hurt themselves. So our job is to get everybody home safely. Very simple. From our data and experience, and with the help of the safety executive in the UK, which is called the HSE, our view is that people don't slip on clean, dry floors. Very simple. Clean, dry floor, very low chance of slip. So why do people slip? Well, we all know the reason. Contamination, wetness, gait, walking, etc. But in reality, you cannot remove that all the time because it rains. Even in England, believe it or not, it rains, in case you didn't realize, which is why we all come to Andalusia to go for holidays. It rains and people have moisture on their shoes and so on. So our job, again, is to keep the facility clean and dry. And in very simple terms, we believe that cleaning is at the very top of what we call the hierarchy of control. It's what we can do the most about ourselves. And then again, in our experience, 80% of the problems are solved by cleaning and about 20% by special anti-slip treatments. And BONASYSTEMS is involved with both sides of this business, and we're very excited to be involved in the Spanish market. Now, Spanish technology is brilliant. Look at this, fantastic. So what is the typical objection for us? It's the health and safety officer who says, I have too much to do. I've got a leaking roof, I've got electricity problems, I've got fire risk. And slips and trips is too far down the list from our perspective. Our statistics in the UK are that 31% of all reported accidents are slips and trips. 31%. It's the biggest form of accident in the UK. And we have the same frustrations, believe it or not, as to whether we're doing all we can. And the answer is, frankly, we're not. The risks we're looking at with the pendulum measurements are as bad as 1 in 2 on lots of floors. 50-50 chance of slipping. Is that acceptable to us? Absolutely not. In terms of the cost to the UK, and I suspect the figures are mirrored here because we have heard already the numbers, £500 million a year to employers, £800 million, which is conservative, to our health service, and the cost to individuals is incalculable. Our job, very simply here, is to take the risk from 1 in 2, which is below 24 on the pendulum, as you well know, to 1 in a million, which is over 36. That is our mission, and that is what we are offering to our customers, both here in Spain and in the UK. We are guaranteeing a 50% reduction in slip accidents and slip risk. That's what we say to our customers. Work with us, work with our partners, work with our laboratories, work with our methods, training, manuals, and we will reduce your accidents by 50%. That, ladies and gentlemen, is making a difference. That is getting people home safely. A few pictures before I hand over to Pablo. We work across multiple sectors. Yes, 2,500 swimming pools in the UK. We spend our life at the beginning of our life in the swimming pool arena. But just to give you an idea, for us, a floor is a floor is a floor. The environment, the contamination is different. Anybody heard of Wembley Stadium? It's where we try to play football. We're not as good as the Spanish, unfortunately, but we make a good attempt. Big London station, £3 million in renovation, a filthy floor, bad contamination, bad cleaning. Aldi supermarket, before and after, really simple. Slip risk goes from 1 in 2 to 1 in a million. And the slip risks and the slip accidents reduced by 60%. Last week in the papers in the UK, a big supermarket, I can tell you which one it is because it's public knowledge, our friends at Tesco. Everybody heard of Tesco? A gentleman slipped over in the fresh fruit produce, broke his hip. The claim for his injury, £50,000, not a big sum. The fine in the UK to Tesco, £750,000 for that one accident. And that is increasingly happening in the UK, and our view is it will happen in Spain over the following months. The same trend. Factories. Heathrow Airport, Terminal 5. Morrison's, another supermarket. This is a bakery. You won't be able to see this very well, but look how dirty that floor is behind the counter. Before cleaning, that measured 15 on the pendulum, very high risk. After correct cleaning, 40, low risk. 1 in 2 to 1 in a million. And this is the restaurant. Yes, we use the pendulum exclusively. BONASYSTEMS are members of the UK SLIP group, proud to be so, and therefore our interest in the Spanish market is obvious. Know your statistics is what we tell our customers. I won't bore you here today because time is short. And yes, we have wonderful products, and yes, we train everybody, and yes, we produce manuals, and yes, we do all the measurements, and we hold our customers' hands right from the beginning, and whether they're an insurance company or a tile company or an operator or a hospital, the mission is the same. Stop people falling over and hurting themselves, and it's much easier to do than people realise. On that note, may I hand over to my esteemed colleague, Pablo Millán from PEQUINSA. Thank you.
Many thanks, Stephen. Both our companies have similar activities, but different location. Okay, wait a minute. We met last year and we appreciate each other. Sorry. Okay, now I will introduce our company, PEQUINSA. We are located on the north part of Spain. in Navarra, near France. It's a beautiful place. Company was founded 40 years ago. Our experience in anti-slip products is more than 25 years. We are a chemical producer of building additives with a range of anti-slip products. Another part of the business is the application of anti-slip treatments, not just producing, but the application. Pardon. The typology of our customers could be classified in three main groups. The ceramic producers, they may have a production problem, quality control problem, or as bad classification. Distributors, they may give a bad advice to their customers and have to offer a solution to the buyer. In some cases, distributors, they don't know really the building code. Okay? And the final customer, they have the problem in its own building house or facility. Maybe it's an owner or a factory, for example, a company. Is the user of the floor. We do application in all the national territory, including Balearic Islands, Canary Islands, and Portugal. Application process has many advantages comparing with floor replacing. One is that it's quick. Another, it's make low noise. It's almost odorless. It's low price per square meter, that's important fact. And it's possible to be applied by final customer in some situations. The stages of the process are first a diagnose to know which slip class do customer want or need, and the original class of material. We need to know the starting point. Prior testing to get result and check possible light loss or shine changes. Sometimes the appearance of the floor may change, and we have to tell it before. Then the application and our neutralization or cleaning of the floor. And finally, we do an internal slip resistant measure for our own control. Customers, of course, may contract a laboratory to get a certificate. We are not a laboratory. These are some stages of application process. Product is usually applied by low pressure spraying. The process allows, for example, to treat the tiles around a hotel swimming pool at night. Next morning, swimming pool may be used by hotel users. That situation is sometimes common for us. We have a range of products for domestic and professional use. In order to select the product, it is very important to know the specific nature of the tile. It's not the same if it's a ceramic, marble, granite, or concrete. And finally, Steven and me appreciate your assistance. Thank you very much.